go down there to the fields. So that's where it is. The only thing, if you would vote on it tonight and approve it, then I would send a letter for the scope, be changed of the work. That's all I have, Mr. President.
I have a comment on it too, Mr. Matthew. Also, I know in our finance meeting we had the other day, you mentioned that the auto mechanics class was also going to build a storage building.
Yes, but that has not, yes.
I mean, isn't it anticipated to be in that area too?
It's really, if you're looking at the ball fields here, and this is where the bays are to Mr. Kameen's auto shop.
Yes.
That building is down over the hill here.
I'm just
So
thinking,
it's in the same area.
I mean, it looks to me like that would just be another justification for students who are going to have to get, on the ball field, but also get
Could
down
they
into
use
there.
that walkway?
They'll just circle around to where the baseball, softball field is and just curl around there. But we plan on doing some either, gravel walks for the field, so students just don't stop at the bottom of the hill. The walks will stop as far as they're concerned. To approach it on to get to the fields, there has to be walkways. And we will do those, and we can create a walkway also around to the side where what the building that Mr. Priestley referred to. Thank you, Mr. Priestley, for that help.
So how much is this going to affect the bottom line?
It will be estimated 90,000. There's a $100,000 grant, 80 by them, 20 by us. That would leave 10,000, and this is again a guesstimate. And then 2,000 would be given back to us, and 8,000, of course, they would say that 80-20 split of the remaining.
20%.
Yes. Yes.
If it's appropriate, Mr. Matthews, I'd like to make a motion. Yes, ma'am. Could I just pass these down, please? I had free time today, so. Yes. I had one for you too, Mr. Matthews. I didn't want to excite you. No, but for the same reasons I've been thinking about this from our conversation that, like I said, what we've been told from the previous principals, and I know that we discussed some of the other possibilities with the grant money, and all those didn't seem like that's really the direction we wanted to go in. So, but it did seem, based on what Mr. Snyder had said, the fact that these facilities are down there, the fact that students have to exit that eastern side of the building and go over a hillside, and and then we have handicapped kids and everybody else. So my motion is this: to provide 20% of the cost of constructing a concrete handicapped accessible walkway from the eastern side of the Lincoln County High School building leading to the auxiliary school facilities located on the eastern side of the school for the safety and convenience of students, staff, and the general public, and for continual enhancement and development of Lincoln County High School campus, with the remaining 80% of the cost to be obtained from the previously approved state grant, and then any remaining grant funds be returned to the appropriate state agency upon completion of the project.
So, is this a motion?
Yes, that's the motion.
Well, I second
Any questions?
I have a question. I'm not really understanding why we can't use the full amount that has already been awarded, and then we pay the remaining rather than returning money that has.
Well, what happens is we really don't have a choice. We have to send our 20 in, if I'm understanding this right. So it's a total $100,000 grant. And then they, by 80-20, what's remaining, then it's an 80-20 split. So if it costs them $90,000 and $10,000 remaining, then that $10,000 is an 80-20 split. We get $2,000, they get $8,000. It's not our choice. That's the grant that we must live under. That's the rules of the grant. So we don't get to keep our 20. It's a mutual agreement, 80-20.
Looks like you said all spent there.
Well, it's a possibility, it will be all.
Yeah, it's a very,
Right.
very possible.
More than
This is one, a professional estimator.
I don't like giving money back.
Well, I agree with you, Carolyn. That's what I was thinking. I was just trying to word that in such a way that the board's liability would be in the least possible amount, but in the event that there were monies remaining, so we could pay the least we could, but if there was any money remaining, it was my understanding we'd have to return it, and I was just trying to
It's a good
phrase
idea.
that way.
It's a good idea.
And Andrews.
That's all up to them, I'm not sure, because again, they have to follow the code. And it's not our decision, so we know it's gonna be done right.
That's the reason I phrased it also handicapped accessible. I think that would be inclusive for that.
I hope so, but again, I'm assuming that's
We should get a
correct.
Cadillac walkway.
I'd rather have gold.
They'll have probably a lot of zigzags going down, because a certain grade it has
Yeah,
to
it's
be.
pretty steep.
So, is there any other questions regarding the motions? Motion's been made and been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Is there anything else?
The only thing that I have, and I don't have the answer, but I will soon have it, is the time that you were supposed to be up at the State Board of Education for the giving back of personnel.
Is that Tuesday or Wednesday?
Well, I will let you know as soon as I can too.
You want to have a PowerPoint presentation.
What was the date, Mr. Rhodes?
It was the 9th or 10th, and I'm not sure which one. I think it will be the 9th or 10th, because the 9th, in the 9th in the evening, they always start off in the evening first, Brenda.
They start at 12:30 on the night.
Well, it could be,
12:30 today.
it could be the 9th then.
I'd like to say something real quick. I'm super happy that we were able to compromise and decide on something to use this grant money. I mean, in a way to use the grant money and a way that we all feel like that the students are going to benefit. I think it's super. I think it's great for the school. It's great for the community, and I think it's great for the perception. People see that, we're working together to try to make things happen for the kids. And I think that's important. And I just want to commend you all. Y'all done a great job. I'm proud. I just wanted to let you all know that. I can tell you, but if we have 3, then it's a sunshine law. I can't tell you like that. That's what I can tell you out here.
Okay, I have something that I want to bring up. I realized that when our new building, I'm going to say ours because I feel like I'm one of you. When it goes up out here, it will have the board members' names on the side of the building, on a brick. And I realize some of us here weren't on the board when that was first approved. I would like to see somewhere on the building to have the present board listed, but also have the board, maybe the date when it was approved, the board that was serving at that time, which would include the people who fought hard for the new school here in Harts. I would like to see their name on the building too, and not just, right now we have no representative from Harts. And I think it would be good to have, I think Billy Fry and Thomas Ramey, and who else was on at that time?
Larry Bates.
Larry Bays. I'd like
I
to see
think,
them listed.
if I may interject a thought, I think it's normal procedure that the board that was present for the application receiving the grant, plus the current board members, if there's others, are on that. There is a standard procedure, but if I'm wrong on that, then we would just have to pay extra, and I will find that out. It is a plaque, that they put up on and there's certain things that they can put on and other things that we can't put up. But we can always have a second one, even, that we want, if something is not right. So when that is being made up, in plenty of time, I'll share that with you, what's on it and our concerns. So,
That would be great if we had, the actual approval date and those board members listed, and then the completion date and those board members listed. I think that would be wonderful.
I'll share with you what we have, and then you all can take it from there. And what's allowed, and what's, again, we can have maybe separate. There's certain ones on that plaque, and nothing else goes on there. You know what I mean? It's a kind of a blueprint. It doesn't change. But if we wanted something else in addition to that, then we would just, that's okay, we just pay you.
We just need to do it before they put the bricks in place.
Well, they mount it on the brick.
Yeah, it doesn't go on the brick, it goes inside the building. And they have a place they put it inside the building. Like usually in the entranceway of the building, the foyer, when you come in the main entrance, it's usually on the wall.
Metal.
A metal,
It's
it's
This
kind of
one-
slack and
It's
it's
like
probably.
stamped
The
out.
back for this school
Yeah.
is down on this end of the hallway as you come through the doors on that end.
I don't think so, but I'll ask.
We'll get, we'll raise them.
You guys have been great. You're wonderful up here and been so supportive. We all appreciate that. And you're gonna have a wonderful school.
I was just reflecting on the last board meeting, I remember being here, and we were discussing the new school, and everybody thought, oh, we're not gonna get a new school. And then, now we're here today, and it's been put, you know, it's in place, and it's exciting. It's just wonderful to see how heal.
Does anyone else have any?
I just had a question about the school district.
Yes, sir.
I had some concern of maybe the number of fire hydrants that were going to be available for the new school. I think the fire department here,
Yes, they were at a meeting and,
have you ever?
I do not have an answer for that yet, but we can have one for you. I tried to get a hold of Mr. Fields today before your all's walkthrough, or at least a peripheral walkthrough, and I was unsuccessful in reaching him. But I will find that out, and I'll also call the architect.
I think there was some concern maybe from the local fire department that there weren't an adequate number of fire hydrants, so they could feel comfortable with that.
Correct.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Any other questions? Hey, I'd like to, go ahead, Sean.
Sorry, is the board planning to take any action on the commission's challenge to commit
That would probably be
100,000?
in the next, at the next.
Next
board
agenda, thank you.
meeting. It wasn't on the agenda of this board meeting, but I'm sure it will be on the agenda next.
In relation to that, is it appropriate to ask a question as to, is there going to be like an escrow account or for those that want to donate to this, in addition to the
Right.
commission and board, is there something that's been
I think what we need to do is we'll put it on the agenda for next board meeting, at the next board meeting, and let's just go ahead and hash it out at the next board meeting. And then that way it's.
I was just curious,
And Birdie needs to.
Yeah, and that way she can check it out.
I just wondered about, this, some benefactor out there, if they wanted to contribute, how would they do it? Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. If not, I make a motion. Oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to thank you all, and I think everyone would like to thank you all for all your hospitality. And I
Always a pleasure, come hard to me.
I have the layout that the architect has brought showing the tile design and the color schemes, if you all would be interested in seeing it.
See that after the board.
Yeah, we'll get that. I make a motion that we adjourn until November the 15th, 2010 at 6 p.m. at the county office.
A second.
The motion's been seconded. Is there any questions? All those in favor? Aye. All opposed?